It's Thursday, August 2nd. Welcome back to the vlog. So, today's question is about James Bond, which makes it fun. The question is, have you ever watched James Bond, and which one did you like? So, yes, I watched some James Bond. I haven't seen them all. I admit to not having seen them all. I've never read any of the books by Ian Fleming. I'm okay with that, but, you know, you can flog me for my poor taste if you want. The ones I remember watching are Live and Let Die, which was the first one I ever saw because it was on television when I was in 5th grade? 4th? 5th? 6th? Somewhere there. I remember that I was living in Hawaii when we watched it, so it was anywhere between 1987 and 1990 that I watched it on television. And I remember it distinctly because the reception went out, like right in the middle during this really important part, and my mom and my dad and I were all like, what? No! And cursing the television gods for the storm that knocked our power out, or the television out for a while. Never went back and watched it all the way through. I probably should. I also remember some of the Pierce Brosnan ones. I remember the one with the gigantic satellite dish. I think that's what that was, right? The satellite dish. And the one with Jonathan something as the bad guy, because he's in a bunch of Broadway stuff and is the Keira Knightley's dad in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. That's probably how you guys know him. But he's a Broadway actor, and I remember going, oh my god, it's that guy! He played the bad guy in one of the James Bond movies, I think. And now that I'm saying that, that's probably wrong. Oh well. But, so I saw that one, and I don't remember if I saw the last Pierce Brosnan James Bond. Probably not. I hear there was an invisible car. I think I remember an invisible car. And of course I have seen both of the Daniel Craig James Bond movies, which brings me to the next part of the question, which is my favorite, and I don't really... No, that's not true. I think my favorite James Bond movie that I have seen is Casino Royale, the Daniel Craig version, and that is all because of Daniel Craig, because, yum, oh, drool, oh, man. I had my reservations about Daniel Craig because, you know, I have such limited James Bond knowledge that when I saw that they were going to have some blonde guy as James Bond, I was like, what? No, James Bond is a dark-haired guy, and he's, you know, like, suave, and, you know, Pierce Brosnan, like, because that's the only one I really remember watching. But then, oh, he spends the first, I don't know how long, of Casino Royale just with all the running and the jumping, and he's just a badass, and he's really, really hot. He's just, oh, it should be illegal to be that pretty. Yeah, he's my favorite James Bond, and yeah, it's entirely a lust thing, I think, that makes him my favorite James Bond, because, you know, seriously, between him and Pierce Brosnan, it's gonna be Daniel Craig every time. And that's not because every time I see Pierce Brosnan I think of Mrs. Doubtfire, or because for seriously years I thought that guy's name was Peter Sprosnan, because we have an enunciation problem in this country, but simply because Daniel Craig is just... he's just so awesome. So, yes, I've seen James Bond. Daniel Craig is my favorite so far. Maybe somebody else will come along and take his place in my heart of hearts for James Bond. But, yes, that is your answer. I'm at 4 minutes-ish, so I'm going to go. Have a really great weekend. There's a lot of stuff happening this weekend. For those of my friends who are involved in Wartron, which is happening in Portland this weekend, have fun at Wartron. That's going to be intense and amazing, and I both envy and don't envy you at all for the 30-hour Wartron experience, but I can't wait to see it on Twitter, and whatever else you choose to do this weekend, internet, have fun with that, and I will see you on Tuesday. Thank you as always for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in a few days. See you later.